What up, traders? What up, investors? Ken here from Dyslexic Investor, and we are talking about Hertz once again. Yes, everyone probably thought that this was down and out and just was never going to be able to hear from it again, but it came back from the dead, and people went cray-cray this week on the potential proposal or the proposal of Apollo, which is a large capital investment group, giving a loan towards Hertz if they can refile and reorganize during bankruptcy. Of course, we're going to be looking at some crazy returns that some folks did and kind of look at the chart and where it could be going. Again, this has been, I cannot tell you on how insane this overall story has been. And it's just been a very much of a roller coaster ride. Because if you remember back in the day when the whole pandemic and virus hit, it really kind of ransacked the airlines, the cruise lines, and of course anything to do with traveling, business travel to vacations and anything like that. Of course, Hertz was hit dramatically due to the amount of leverage it had, amount of overall debt, and it was kind of a turnaround story back then. But then, you know what, came out of nowhere, gave it a left hook, and knocked it down. But with this potentially proposed going forward, this could be helping. Basically, it's going to be helping as much as $1 billion of the debt can be used for vehicle acquisition in the U.S. and Canada, and while $800 million could be used for working capital to generate corporate proposals, and basically what Hertz said, which they could use this money to help regain their stature in the business. The funny thing is, because I literally on Thursday night I drove past here in Dulles, Virginia. There's a huge facility that houses Hertz rental vehicles, and they were just selling them off they had all of them for sale. So that was pretty interesting to see that. And then of course the following day, this literally goes up. And so of course, let's go ahead and jump into the Wall Street bets. And you guys didn't. So we're gonna look at this first trade. So someone who bought 1,700 shares, let's call it 1,800 shares for under $2,000, then bought a couple more, and then overall the next morning, 2 days later, actually was able to sell it for well over a double, or basically making 100% back on his overall investment and then some, nearly taking $2,500 easily within 2 days. So that's not a bad trade at all. Again, these were just completely the shares. These weren't contracts. But this one right here, someone bought the they bought a option that cost right down here, the one that expired this Friday on the 10/16, bought it for two cents. Okay, 2 pennies. 2 pennies. You can rub them together. I'm sorry. They bought it for 2 pennies and then turned around. I'm sorry. And literally that option went up to $1.48. Okay. So this guy, girl, or this one heck of a lucky investor here turned, basically it was like $150, okay, into $11,100. That's a 14,000, nearly 15,000% increase. Like, I cannot believe it. Like, that is just, oh my gosh, that is a happy dance. That is a chest bump. That is everything there. Like, holy moly, guacamole. Like, I cannot imagine that. But we can look at this. So he bought the 150 call. You can see here on the percentage on how fast it went up. Like, that is absolutely insane. Now switching to the chart here. So this chart has just been very much a downward trending. Of course, once the pandemic really hit, like it was trying to recover here. Like, so we kind of go back to like the weekly side. So again, Hertz hasn't been doing much of anything for the last couple of years. So this is a weekly chart going back all the way to this time 3 years ago. So this is like the late 2017 into 2018. Guess what? It hit the high of 26. And it's just been bouncing around between that and below 15, just bouncing around like a ping pong ball. And then, of course, when the virus hit, boom, got shut down, really grinds lower. Of course, this is the point where the summertime into June and July, where folks were really aggressively swing trading it and really just day trading it and just playing these crazy news stories of it going from 4 cents to $2, and then $2 all the way up to nearly 6.5. Like, and then again, ever since then, it's been kind of a slow word down movement here. It's really in a tight pattern because again, everyone just thought this is just going to go bankrupt. They're going to sell their assets. Someone's going to maybe come in, buy little bits and pieces of it. But I don't think anyone honestly thought that that we're going to be hearing from this once again. Like, this thing is just cannot get down and out. It came back from the dead and is now ripping higher. So we can go ahead and look at those options. The thing is, since those options are already closed, it's going to be very difficult to look at those. So we're going to be looking at basically what the $1.50 options which have went up 5,000% just on Friday as well. So we can look at those when we send those to the main page here. So we can see that those were trading for about a penny or 2 pennies, and those shot up to $1.60 as well. So, and you can see the amount of volume that went up as well. Like, it just literally exploded and just went to the moon and back. Like, talking about making someone's Friday, like, whew, that guy was singing Friday. That is definitely a crazy return. And again, was it insider trading? I'm not going to speculate or really give any notion to that. That being said, I think if it was someone who was basically potentially knew something, I don't think they'd be posting it on Wall Street Bets again. Like, if I knew something that was going to be happening like that, like, of course I wouldn't do it. But you would put in like $1,000, $2,000 or whatever you could at the time, and you could have literally made 14,000% on your money there. That's like absolutely insane. You have some old targets up here. So this is going to be, these kind of charts are so difficult to look at some technical analysis because it's just so news driven. It's literally has been flatlined here, and then out of nowhere for like the last 2 months has not done next to nothing, and then boom, gets a huge spike. Most likely, I'm not saying it's going to happen. It could potentially go up even more because people are going to get some FOMO to around $3.44, even to basically what the 50% move of this is. So we can look at this to, I can't even find the low here. Is this the low? This might be the low here. So potentially going up to that $3 limit, even to that, that 144 EMA here, the green line, which is on 360, that would be the 50% retracement from the previous high to low. That being said, this is definitely a crazy story. And again, I would want to touch this with a 37-foot pole because this thing is just a story that could go either direction. Yes, you can make 14,000% in 1 second, but then you can lose your overall investment and go to zero, and really just take you're really just going to the casino and rolling the dice here. Let's be honest, unless you have some kind of edge or something that can kind of work with that around this play. So looking at the overall takeaways of what we're going to be looking at HTC, overall takeaways. Not touching it with a 37-foot pole, not going to be really just going to be looking at this from the stands and just kind of seeing the chaos or the absolutely clown show, as I call it, kind of work out here, and really just kind of be standing back. And again, not going to be trading. This is not really my kind of setup or my kind of stock to be doing so. I know some people, this is their favorite kind of cup of tea, their cup of coffee, or their pumpkin latte. I don't know. This is definitely something that's going to be very risky if you're playing within this this ballpark. So be very mindful, be careful of that, and just be ready for anything to really happen there. Again, guys, before I let you go, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And down below, we have the Discord link, which you can go check that out. Of course, we always have fun with that. We can slide that over. We can look at here, the little chat here, and looking through some really cool things that we do. If you are interested on becoming supporting the channel through Patreon or YouTube membership tab, we have some other fantastic stuff here that I kind of share with the chat within the membership tier is there as well. And of course, I'm setting up a overall 2K Tastyworks account to show my live trades and basically kind of do it as an educational spin to trading options or stock within a very smaller account. And that as well is the Tastyworks link, which is an affiliate link down below. So I would appreciate if you're interested on switching platforms, check that out. All right, guys, catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.